Hi, my name is Alicia Miller. I gotta be somewhat quiet because I do live in an apartment. I feel very weird right now, and people probably think I'm crazy. Anyways, I chose the plant rhododendron, more specifically the Pacific and Coast rhododendron. I had to choose a specific one because there are over 600 rhododendron species in Washington. The scientific name is Rhododendron macrophyllum. Its major plant group is an angiosperm, and it's a dicot. Why did I choose this plant? Was because it's our Washington state flower, and I've always had it around me. I've had it at my parents' house, and then when I moved out, I had it at my back porch when I moved to my apartments. Oh god. Next part, identification. It is an evergreen shrub. The leaves are very, thick and leathery. They keep their leaves for 2 to 3 years, in which they can grow from 3 to 9 inches long and 1 to 3 inches wide. The flowers, which it's not in bloom right now, are usually bell-shaped though, and they have very wavy edges. They have 5 lobes on their corolla and are usually pink for the Pacific coastal rhododendrons. The colors can vary, but yeah, it's usually pink for the coastal ones. And the seeds are produced on a woody capsule. Sizes can vary a lot, but they can grow pretty tall, from 7 to 30 feet tall. This one is not very tall. I would say, I have no idea, probably like 5 feet. It's probably the height of me about. They can grow taller in shadier areas, but right now where this one's placed is very sunny because it's on the side, so it like gets sun all day long. Again, I feel so weird. Ecosystem. The Pacific rhododendron is found along the coast of Washington and Oregon, given the name Costal Rhododendron. It's also found in northern parts of British Columbia and south into California. It tolerates dry but prefers damp soil. It commonly grows along roadsides in the rain shadows of the Olympic Mountains. Its role/interaction. The shrub, since it's very green all year long, can provide shelter for animals, but it has very little food value because it can be actually very poisonous to some. But some deer and mountain beavers are among the few who actually eat or browse on the Pacific rhododendron. I talk about that it's kind of poisonous to some because there are cases of humans being sickened by ingesting honey where bees foraged in extensively on wild and cultivated rhododendrons. They call it mad honey because the symptoms of rhodi poisoning were gastrointestinal upset as well as alterations in heart rate and blood pressure. I feel like I'm talking very fast. I'm sorry. Pacific rhododendrons are also very useful for erosion controls on steep watersheds. This next, I found this fact, but I didn't know exactly where to put it, so I put it here. It's in leaf all year long, as you can see. It flowers in June, and the seeds are ripened in August. The species is a hermaphrodite, and it's pollinated by insects. For how the ecosystem would be affected, I couldn't find anything in particular about it, for the Pacific coastal one. So I just related it back to being that it's a shelter for why do I keep saying plants? It's a shelter for animals all year long, and talking about that it's good for it's erosion control, sorry. Also, Pacific rhododendrons are of little use to people except ornamental shrubs. Flowers were used by natives as decoration, especially in dance reeves. Oh my god, I can't talk, I'm stressed. yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So for adaptations, the scientific name Rhododendron macrophyllum was well chosen because the genus name means rose tree and the species name means large leaves. These leaves, as any gardener knows, are very thick and leathery as adaptations to climate stress. They have the ability to roll inwards during dried and cold periods, and the hairs on the underside of them protects them from desiccation and helps insulate them from freezing. Yeah, so this is I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that this is a Pacific coastal rhododendron, because there was also this one right next to me that I had to choose from, but I think this one's it and not that one. I don't know what that one is in particular. So yeah, hopefully this was well informative and I did this correctly, and I'm sorry if I talk fast. I don't know if neighbors are listening to me and I wanted to get this done. Thank you very much.